Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Clementine, first and foremost. Clementine, thank you. A super chat right before the live stream even starts. So thank you so very much to my super chat. Thank you. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding like some people. I rely on my viewers to support my work. And I just want to thank you very, very much. You give tremendous support. And thank you. And also thank you for the kind words. The kind words mean a great deal as well. I really have wonderful, wonderful viewers. And I just thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to my moderators, Eric H526 and Luke St. Martin, thank you very much. You are both amazing. Before we get to John Ratcliffe and John Durham, and the fact that a lot more people eventually will be indicted, I mean, of course, this depends. I mean, we know that President Trump's going to go 8 years, and I've been saying this for the past 4 years. Check out my segment today. That dorsal fin in the water swimming towards Biden. It ain't Jerry Nadler or Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You know who it is. And she's going to take what's rightfully hers. When I wrote in 2017, and the article is below, Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality, get ready for 8 years of Trump. President Trump, we've seen, is a great president. Reversing U.S. foreign policy, ending America's longest-running military conflict in late February and early March to bring home Americans from never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, immediately ended covert funding programs to fund rebels in a country that President Obama spent $500 million. And, of course, President Obama's foreign policy simply made things infinitely worse, especially in Libya. But he's reversing U.S. foreign policy. He signed the First Step Act, and he addressed prison reform legislation. He's allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any president ever, including President Obama, in his first 4 years. So in President Trump's first 4 years, he's allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any other president in their first 4 years. Just signed an executive order to lower prescription drug prices. First president to step foot in North Korea. Going up now against very corrupt intelligence officials. These people had no business trying to set up and frame President Trump, utilizing a dossier purchased by Trump's direct political rival. Zero Manny is Hillary. Yes, Zero Manny, exactly. That dorsal fin is Madam Secretary. Zero Manny, thank you. Zero Manny, thank you so very, very, very much. NPC! Have a drink on me. I think the report will be solid, but politicians like this never get indicted. Love the show. Thank you very, very, very much. You know, NPC, you're right. History has shown that people at the top, oftentimes, you could look at Madam Secretary, circumvent responsibility or legal repercussions. I think, however, and one of the reasons that I've always thought, in addition to the fact that she's actually polling better than Clinton is polling better at this point right now in 2016 than Biden in swing states. So they're going to have to make the switcheroo eventually, and it'll be the biggest political call of all time. NPC, thank you so very, very much. And we're going to talk about John Durham and William Barr in just a second. But NPC and everybody here, Clementine, Zero Manny, there's not a person on the planet. There is not a person on the planet who is blaming President Trump. There's not a person on the planet who's blaming President Trump for the violence and mayhem and chaos in Wisconsin or in Oregon. And yet you have you have mayors and governors saying, we just don't want your divisive rhetoric. Well, here's a little newsflash. It wasn't Trump's divisive rhetoric that destroyed your cities. It was your inability to stop people whose only goal was to wreck where you live, to completely demolish businesses, and for some reason feel this sense of euphoria controlling the streets at 3 a.m. And it's interesting that Torkel Ling, hi from Norway again, keep up the good work. Thank you, Torkel, thank you. Wonder how many years it takes before news consumption like this are the mainstream way of consuming news. Thank you, Torkel. I think it's slowly happening. I think it's slowly happening because people can see there's really no disconnect between reality and what people see, what people understand to be reality. So Torkel and everyone here, they can say that these are peaceful. The unrest is peaceful. The reality, however, when you look, and what I like to do is I always just, read Mayor, Wisconsin Governor, call on Trump to cancel planned trip to city. This is Slate. And Fox News, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers tells Trump not to visit a city that's been dismantled. Joe Biden, by the way, is not going to Wisconsin on Monday. His itinerary apparently is full with relaxing in his basement and keeping people safe, this is how they're going to be keeping people safe until after November 4th when they lose the election. Every time they do something ridiculous, they're like, this is just to keep people safe. It's like, no, you can't have any campaign rallies because nobody would show up because there's no enthusiasm. But here, you look, ladies and gentlemen, and you have the mayors and governors in Oregon and Wisconsin telling the president not to show up. And it's not Trump supporters who are engaging in violence. Could you imagine, though? Because there's an estimated $1.4 billion in property damage nationwide. And there have been 10,000 arrests nationwide. And you can say, well, it's to promote justice, but destroying black-owned businesses does not promote any justice. And the people who are trying to cause this havoc, who have caused this havoc and mayhem and chaos, they don't own businesses. That's why, you see the media, they're like, oh, well, you just care about protecting businesses. Well, not everybody is a failed actor that ended up as a cable news host or journalist. The cable news people are really actors. They're not you're not talking about Walter Cronkite here. You're not talking about people that, in some cases, yes, they do. In some cases, they have, that's what they study and that's what they really want to become. But where are the people on the ground? I would like to see where the people are, especially the YouTubers. Where are they on the ground in Wisconsin and in Oregon? Where are they? I would love to see where they are. Why haven't they shown up in Wisconsin or Oregon? You have left-leaning YouTubers. It's on the far left. You have, they're Medicare for All people, $20 million venture capital people who said vote for Hillary Clinton in 2016 and then pretend not to be that enthusiastic about Biden? Why aren't they on the ground? Because they don't want to risk bodily harm. Because they know that they know that it's not peaceful. They know that President Trump's rhetoric or his response in many ways is justified, or they know if they acknowledge how violent and chaotic things are, that would lend credibility to President Trump's response, or his rhetoric, or the criticism of the president and his supporters. So my question is, where are all the left-leaning pundits on the ground in the middle of the night in Wisconsin and Portland, or Wisconsin and Oregon, in Portland and Kenosha? Where are they? Where are they? All you hear about is how dangerous Trump is, and how dangerous his rhetoric is, and how dangerous Trump's ideology is. Old school dad, man. HA, all press is good press. Look how much press Trump got for free. Played very well, methinks. Exactly. I think that at a certain point, you're right. All press is very good press. It takes this old school dad, man. You're right, but it takes a special type of person. It takes a special type of person, like only President Trump and maybe a handful of people in the country could actually benefit even from negative press. That's why I think that President Trump, one of the many, many, many reasons he's going to win, old school dad man, one of the many reasons he's going to win is because media is so apoplectic and hysterical and fanatical, and they lie so often about Trump. Oh, he worked with Russia. Oh, he said both sides. He never said or meant that. He never stated it in the manner that they tried to insinuate. Because he never needed to. Because Wisconsin already voted for Trump. In 2016, they hadn't voted for a Republican since 1984. But who are these people that, and then Biden, Torkel, thank you again. Thank you again, Torkel, and thank you for watching in Norway. Thank you. I need as many people watching in Norway, the UK, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Nepal, everywhere. To the international viewers, thank you very, very much. You're helping get this live stream in the evening above 800. We're probably going to hit above 800 tonight. But you look at Joe Biden, you type in Joe Biden, and he basically, it's hilarious. He's like, the violence we saw overnight is unacceptable. I condemn violence in every way. No, you don't. You're benefiting from it. Everyone knows that Democrats think they're benefiting from it. Everyone knows this. And I challenge Trump to do the same. He's already done the same many times over. And every time he condemns violence and he condemns mayhem and chaos, they say he's acting like a demagogue. And when he sends federal officers, which, by the way, I'm against, because it's a trap. If you have Democratic governors and mayors who want to completely destroy their cities and states, if you want to address that issue because of federal buildings, do it after the election. But he sends in federal officers. The left doesn't like that. He makes very harsh statements regarding chaos and mayhem. They don't like that either. Then they pretend, and this is what I don't get, and we'll get to John Ratcliffe and John Durham in a moment, but then they say, well, his rhetoric is only going to inflame things. This rhetoric is only going to inflame things? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Sales of firearms are going through the roof. Liberals who think that this is like a thing now for liberals. They're the first time owners of firearms. They think they can just buy, like in California, they could buy it within like that moment, like they're going to Target and buy. They don't realize these are the same people who talk about, oh my God, laws and making things difficult to. You can't just go ahead in California. You have to wait well over a week, 10 days, and now there's a backlog. So, like, there's like, you have these store owners saying, yeah, these people come in, first-time buyers, and they're liberals, and they're just demanding a firearm right then and there to leave with, because their wonderful Democratic mayor or Democratic governor thinks that whatever the reason is for this first-time buyer to buy the weapon. They think that they can do so immediately without a lengthy background check. And they have no clue how things work, but they're very, very passionate about liberal causes. You have to go through the National Instant Criminal Background Check system, and it's not instant. It takes like a while. At least in California, it takes 10 days. Some states, it's pretty, like, you can purchase the firearm right then and there. But most states, I do believe it takes a while. I know in California, it's not just 10 days anymore. I think it could be a month because of the backlog. But you have firearm sales through the roof. You have President Trump on his way to winning Minnesota. You have cities being completely decimated by left-leaning people who might as well be part of a re-election committee for President Trump. And then you have the most clueless, arrogant mayors and governors saying, you know what, we don't want your divisiveness. It's like, you're saying this, and the background shows your cities being completely leveled by your own left-leaning citizens, or maybe citizens in other states, or maybe operatives like Rand Paul was talking about. But think of how clueless they have to be. Joe Biden is now trying to challenge President Trump. Joe Biden is trying to challenge President Trump to denounce violence. It's like everybody knows that Democrats either have given tacit approval or they've failed to condemn it outright. I mean, how many times have you heard the word peaceful? Mark Skog! Sorry, I miss Mark Skog. Say what you want about Hillary, but at least it takes 2 bottles of Stone to fall asleep on last year. Mark Skog! Mark, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Eric, thank you. Thank you, Mark Skog, as always. Roman hoax! The Democrats left have done one thing no political party can recover for. They have endorsed political violence. They will wander in oblivion. Exactly, Roman hoax. Exactly. Mark Skog, thank you. Roman hoax, thank you. And this is when they have media, like the vast majority of media. What was it? There was a study done recently that showed that 92% of coverage for President Trump was negative. 92%. Media. Okay. Investors.com. Right here. 92% negative coverage of his presidency. How on earth? And that was in 2018. There was another one recently done that was still, how on earth do you continually get 92% coverage and now you're winning swing states? How is that even possible? Only the Democratic Party and the biggest imbeciles on the left. Samuel Stafford! Keep it up, H.A. Thank you, Samuel. Samuel, thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you very, very much, Samuel Stafford. Thank you. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, Samuel Stafford. And everybody here, thank you. Samuel, as always, you've been such a strong supporter, and I just want to thank you very, very, very much. So I want to thank you very much, Samuel, and everybody. And Samuel, be here. Everybody be here. Roman Hoax, everyone. If you're in Norway, the UK, Australia, the US, please just be here November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And every night. But Samuel, thank you very, very much. We're going to win. We're going to win. And we're going to win not only because Trump is a good president, but because the left is so utterly, utterly foolish. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. President Trump, okay, they lost the election. They lost the election because of swing states that hadn't voted for Trump, that hadn't voted Republican since the 80s. In 2016, here's an article, evening newscasts 150 times more negative towards Trump than Biden, study says. This is August 17th. Nobody could withstand that. Samuel Stafford, thank you. Bucolic Buffalo. Indiana started free 5-year handgun carry permits. Oh, nice. No waiting period for guns. Great to be a Hoosier. I love Indiana. I have family in Indiana. Oh, nice. Yeah, we have to. 5-year handgun carry permits. Nice. Nice. Very nice. No waiting period. Yeah, we have it's like a month here. It's like 2 weeks to a month. That's what I heard. Bucolic Buffalo. Bucolic Buffalo, thank you for your support always. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks to a month, Bucolic Buffalo. Which really, it's just annoying. Because it's like any purchase. You want to, you pay the money. You wanna go home with what you purchased. Bucolic Buffalo, thank you. Dash, hello. Dash, hello. Bucolic Buffalo, thank you. Samuel, thank you. Again, Samuel, as always. But you lost the Electoral College. And I have this, oh my God, this prehistoric mosquito is just killing me. Oh my God, it's killing me. Getting eaten alive here. Every so often that happens. Oh my God. Okay. You lost the Electoral College. And then they lied. They claimed without evidence that Trump said the side with torches full of racists and bigots that fateful day were fine people. He never said that, nor did he mean that, nor did he need to insinuate or infer this. They talk about Trump's lies. Nobody has lied more than if you take all the lies from all the journalists that try to that try to put subtext and blame dog whistling and subliminal messages from things that Trump never said, and then they go out of their way. They go out of their way. I was actually reading an article that a left-leaning journalist wrote on one of the Congress people on the left made a statement about Black Hawk Down in 1993. It was a statement made without evidence. It was a statement made that was not backed up by any evidence. The journalist then wrote a whole article. I'm not even going to get into it because of the algorithm. Stating that right-wing people try to take this person's statements out of context, and nuance was missing, and the context was missing, and context is missing, and nuance, and you have no right to infer something that wasn't in the intent of the statement and in the words. And in the process of in the article, the journalist actually admits that she could not find any data to back up the claim from the Democrat in Congress. But do you think, and that was actual, and then the rest of the article was, well, you know what, it's all relative. But do you think, ladies and gentlemen, Trump is treated in the same manner? Any hyperbole, any claim that is not 100% accurate is a post-truth moment, and they go into shock from outrage and condemnation. And yet they go bend over backwards to protect Democratic politicians. You could look at Clinton, who will be the nominee eventually after the Zoom meeting nominee goes into after Tom Perez decides that the Zoom meeting nominee, the current Zoom meeting nominee, they can't win with. Like I said, Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality. I will have made the biggest political call of all time. One of my amazing subscribers commented, "Well, it's not exactly what you said. How it said you said it was going to happen." It's like, why? I never said that. Where was the article I wrote? Where was the where Clinton was going to win Iowa? I had no clue how it was going to happen. Yes, it's true. I thought that she would be at the convention, but I said if it's not at the convention, then it'll be before the debates. If it's not before the debates, it'll be after the debates. If it's not after the debates, it'll be on November 2nd. They'll reprint the ballots. I don't care. One thing I know about the Democratic Party is that expect the unexpected when it comes to electoral mischief. But she's now officially the only chance they have, which is what I've been saying. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but they have no chance with Biden. Everyone knows this. Samuel Stafford, we all know this. They have no chance with Biden. Kathy DePoy! Kathy! Thank you, Kathy. Kathy DePoy, thank you. Thank you so much for your generosity. You've been wonderful. Kathy, thank you. Be here November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to have a party on this channel, and then, look, when things really start moving, I'll start doing a lot more on H.A. Goodman's other channel. We have almost 16,000 subs on H.A. Goodman's other channel. Heck, I might do something on Twitch. I might do a lot more live streams and a lot more things. So the sky's the limit. If we're getting 600 people at 10 o'clock on a Sunday, imagine when things start rolling. And Kathy, thank you very, very much. Samuel, Kathy, you both helped me. And Natalie, Square Foot Gardener, fiery but mostly peaceful. It's mostly peaceful. Mostly peaceful. It's mostly peaceful. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was mostly fair before she was forced to resign. They live in their own world, Natalie and Kathy DeBoy and Samuel. They live in their own world. Please, Trump, would you not visit We're doing just fine dismantling and decimating and destroying our own states. We don't need your divisive rhetoric. And oh, by the way, Ted Wheeler made every statement out of his mouth was here, this is hilarious. Donald J. Trump. Ted Wheeler, the wacky radical left do-nothing Democrat mayor who has watched great destruction of his city during his tenure, thinks this lawless situation should go on forever. Wrong! Portland will never recover the fool for a mayor. Yes! Oh my God, Trump the demagogue. His treachery knows no bounds. I mean, you know what? Buildings set ablaze and a city in turmoil and chaos is one thing, but words from Trump, it's like a 20 kiloton device. Can't say the word on the live stream, but you know what I mean. It's like a 20 kiloton device crafted from the uranium that President Obama allowed to be sold to the Putin. Trump! Your words, Trump! Your words! This is just amazing. It's hilarious. It's so hilarious. Terry Draw! My lib friends say Biden is just using leftist talking points for votes, but he won't implement any of the stuff. Won't Bernie Bros go postal? Terry, you know, the left, especially the Bernie left, they have no influence within the Democratic Party. Zero. They'll stand for anything. Bernie Sanders will allow anything. Oh, you're going to veto Medicare for all. No problem. I actually have the 3 million sub $20 million venture capital people who will also say vote for Clinton in 2020. So go ahead and veto, Biden. Veto all you like, baby. I'll just go ahead and say, we have to take one for the team now because Trump is the most destructive menace we've ever had as a country. So they'll just go and they will allow anything to take place. Terry, they'll allow anything to take place. Quantum football! Quantum football. Let me think. The Census Bureau is a branch of the Gestapo. I hope that's a joke. Quantum football. I hope you're okay. Quantum football. Thank you. Yeah, they're really serious about that. I know what you mean. They're really, really serious. Quantum football. Thank you. Terry, thank you. Bucolic Buffalo. Just the entry is the October surprise. I think so. Eric H526, thank you so very much. I think so. Bucolic Buffalo, I think so. I think it should be the September surprise. But you have a situation, people, where it's like I want to get to John Durham. We're going to get to John Durham in a second, but they're so clueless. There's $1.4 billion in property damage. $1.4 billion in property damage. Okay? This is an article, Claims Journal, insured losses reach catastrophic levels, may rival record. This is in terms of the property damage throughout the nation. This was on June 2nd. It's only gotten worse. Now, what took place in Los Angeles in in 1992 cost $775 million. That was in a number of cities, mainly in LA, but that's $1.42 billion in today's dollars, according to the Insurance Information Institute. So sorry, so in 1992, it was largely just confined to Los Angeles. Destruction that erupted after George Floyd was reported in at least 25 cities and spread into suburbs as well. So in one city, it was $1.42 billion in today's dollars. This is according to Samuel Stafford and everybody here, and Kathy and everybody. This is a Claims Journal article. It's an insurance publication. Okay? And this is an insurance publication, Claims Journal. Insured losses from violence reach catastrophic levels, may rival record, June 2nd, 2020. So it's safe to say that if what happened in 1992 in Los Angeles was $1.42 billion in today's money, today's dollars. I mean, it was $775 million then, and it's $1.42 billion in today's dollars. You're looking at billions across the country. This is not President Trump's fault. And could you imagine if anyone was wearing a MAGA hat doing all of this? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Frankenstein! We are speculating what's coming without a delay in vote count. So could it happen that it stopped before it can happen? He's done so many great things. Why can't he get credit for what he's done? Frankenstein. I guess the first part of your question is, the happiness derived, the satisfaction derived from not being able to decide who won the election by Democrats is interesting. Why are they so happy that Pennsylvania and other states claim that they won't know who won until November 4th or 5th? They think that the presidential election should be like Iowa in 2020. So, it's interesting. They're expecting to cheat and win. But I think that it has to be close. So it would have to be close. Frankenstein, it would have to be close. I don't think it's going to be close. If they go with Biden, it's not close at all. If they go with Hillary Clinton, which they will, Clinton will replace Biden because Tom Perez and the DNC will say, "My God, Clinton was already doing better." And imagine if when she comes in, they're going to have a spike in enthusiasm. People, I've been telling everyone this forever. Clinton has a tremendous amount of support and enthusiasm within the I'm With Her crowd. A tremendous amount. All they need is a meeting. I'm not like the imbeciles who say, "Oh yeah, wrong Trump," the insidious, nefarious fools. It doesn't have to be a calamity, and it won't be a calamity. It'll just be, a meeting. It could be a meeting from the DNC saying, "Hey, we need a switch. We need somebody different." But he can't get credit for what he's done because media lies all the time. They're apoplectic. They're hysterical and fanatical. And he never worked with Russia, and it wasn't just a photo op. Being the first president to step foot in North Korea, President Moon Jae-in of South Korea stated that Trump deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. But Frankenstein, they can't talk about the economy before the pandemic, because it's funny, they're doing the same thing with the pandemic that they're doing with what's taking place in these cities. They're like, oh, well, look at the economy now. This is under Trump's. Like, you go look where the highest unemployment rates are in blue states. Because, I don't know, you've decided to tank your economies because that's what science told you. Meanwhile, you have the lowest aggregate number of lives lost in red states, and their economies are doing a lot better. A lot better. Calvin 75. Thank you again, Frankenstein. Samuel, thank you. Kathy, thank you again. Calvin 75, but still everyone can just afford to upend their lives according to you. No health care, no income. Upend their lives according to me, but still everyone can just afford to upend their lives according to you. No health care, no income. Well, it wouldn't be according to me. I don't know. I don't know if you're referring to Medicare for all. I'm not. No income. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I want people to have an income. The president wants to open up states. He wants states back to work. So I'm not exactly sure. Calvin, I can't really respond because I don't know. I haven't advocated that. So I can't really respond to the statement. You might be referring to Medicare for all. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Which I'm not against, but I don't think it's feasible. It'd be great if it was feasible, but you have. Well, I mean, you know what? If you could elaborate the message, I will respond. I can't really comprehend the message completely at this moment. Thank you, Calvin 75. William R. Abrams III. Exactly. They don't see. This is the thing, William Abrams. They don't. The calculus is the following. Here's the calculus, William and everybody here. Samuel, Kathy. This Claims Journal article that says, yeah, there's $1.4 billion in property damage throughout the country. Very likely far greater than $1.4 billion. The calculus is the following. And this is why they can live in their fantasy world. They have the media. Anything they do will be justified by media. Media is not impartial. Like I have old Nightline and like Nightline DVDs. Just like Ted Koppel, Nightline, Peter Jennings, like old shows or like evening news documentaries where they're showing, Bush and Gore and, and then they're talking about Florida, the recount. Like you see, they're completely impartial. Like they don't really care either way who wins. But there was CNN at that point. I don't think there was MSNBC, but CNN at that point was like, if anything, a lot more conservative. But you had Fox News, but it wasn't, and that might have been partisan, but it didn't play the, like Rush Limbaugh at that point was like, at that moment in time was like a one-man Fox News. But there weren't really partisan news anchors. So you could see like contentious moments in U.S. history. And media started changing about 7-8 years ago. But you could see contentious moments in U.S. history, from the Bush and Gore recount and then Supreme Court decision to even the beginning of the Bush years. And then you started seeing media being a tool of the Bush administration and then President Obama's administration, and then being completely against Trump. So but you could see that media was completely impartial when they were covering Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. It was like there was no emotion. Journalists were just reporting. There was no real emotion. Now everything is just spun. Everything is spun to like this this dramatic kind of tone where, you know, Trump is just, his words are actual, like his words are alive, according to his words are like living creatures. George Rivera Jr. Trump will go to bed on election night 80,000 votes up in swing states like Pennsylvania. Exactly, but votes will magically appear to give Democrats a 20,000 vote win. The big cheat strategies in 2020. I think so too. I mean, they're known for cheating in Iowa in their own primary. In 2016, they cheated Bernie Sanders. They're known for cheating. George Rivera Jr., thank you, as always. Be here November 3rd. He'll win, but it has to be close for them to cheat. George Rivera Jr. But what I was saying is, like, now you have media as an active participant. Bill, I think I missed Bill. Did I miss Bill? Eric H526. Pilgrim Media, do extended. I would say pretty much so. But I would say pretty much. I mean, I was saying it even before all of this chaos and mayhem, but yeah, especially in swing states. Bill S. Thank you very, very, very much, Bill. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. But what I was trying, I lost track of what I was trying to say. George Rivera Jr. and Bill and Samuel and Kathy, media now is like a willing participant in trying to decide an outcome for this country. So you can't, like, there is no more journalism. It's just public relations. And you have you can't have, ladies and gentlemen, 150 times more negative coverage. You can't have 92% of coverage of President Trump negative, and 150 times more negative coverage of Trump than Biden, and call media impartial. It just doesn't work that way. Frankenstein! People are worried about this election. Surely there's a plan to deal with it. As you said, HA, landslide is probably the answer. I am hoping for one. I think, Frankenstein, that it doesn't even have to be a landslide. George Rivera Jr., Frankenstein, all that has to happen is a sizable amount, because, you know, you're going to have to, if they're down by, if George is correct, and he might very well be, let's say Trump is up by 80,000 votes, and they don't want to concede, there have to be election supervisors or federal officials right then and there counting, because it doesn't, just in terms of a statistical, the odds, it's like the odds are not in the favor of Democrats to just suddenly get a 3-1 or 4-1 vote margin at the last second. That's what they're counting on. They're so giddy and happy. It's like, you're expecting to suddenly make up a difference of 80,000 votes because you got votes coming in at the end? What if they just add to Trump's lead? Have you ever thought that's possible? NPC, Buy Eric H526 a drink too. Yes, NPC. I gotta buy Eric a drink and Luke St. Martin a drink, or numerous drinks for both of them. NPC, thank you. NPC, greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. NPC, thank you. Thank you very, very much, NPC. They do a great job. Cali boy, you missed my super chat. I apologize. Tonight, for some reason, the chat I'm looking at. Cali boy, thank you. Cali boy, thank you very, very, very much. And I apologize for missing the super chat initially, but thank you for coming back again and sending me a super chat again. Thank you. Oh, Cali boy, here. I don't think Democrats memo. They don't want any polling places to be open. The NBA's. They don't know exactly. Well, here's the thing. I listened to Jason Whitlock. Cali boy, I don't know if you watched Jason Whitlock. Oh my God. There is this prehistoric mosquito, and he's doing this mosquito's been doing a number on me for the past hour. Oh my God. I have to come to live streams with a net, with a mosquito net. Oh my God. All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh my God. Woo. All right. Oh my God. All right. There's a channel. There's a Cali boy. There's a great journalist, sports journalist, Jason Whitlock. He's awesome. He's really awesome. And he's been writing for a long time, like 25, 30 years. And like he has my quick response to Matt Barnes. So he has he has a channel called The Outkick. And he has, I think there's two people on here. It's Jason Whitlock and another gentleman. So Clay Travis. So it's Clay Travis. This is the official Clay Travis Outkick the Show channel. And Jason Whitlock also is on this channel as well. So it's Clay Travis and Jason Whitlock. But let me go ahead and give you, Cali boy, I'll give you this link right here. Everybody subscribe to that channel. It's awesome. It's awesome. Matthew Wayne. H.A., did you see the People's Party convention? I didn't. I have to check it out. Actually, this is most people don't know this. But let's see, people. Back in the day. Well, no, I haven't seen it. But I appreciate it. Matthew, thank you. Old school dad, man. Here's the biggest party on the planet, November 3rd. Can't wait to see everyone then. Exactly. Thank you, old school dad, man. And you got to be here. I know you will. I mean, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Let's get to the Durham probe and John Ratcliffe. And the funny thing is this. Natalie Squarefoot Garden to buy a mosquito tennis racket. Exactly. Oh my God. My legs have been a buffet for this mosquito. It's only one too. It's like this prehistoric monster. Natalie Squarefoot Gardner, thank you. NPC, whenever I see Luke St. Martin and Eric H526, I'm gonna buy them numerous drinks, and then an Uber. Thank you, NPC. Samuel, thank you as always, and Kathy. Let's just, one of my amazing subscribers stated once that if HA ever gets to the actual topic, it's like a miracle, which I find very amusing, but it's true in a lot of ways. John Ratcliffe says he has filed criminal reports over leaks of classified intelligence. So you have the Director of National Intelligence who's going to declassify more information and find out who leaked information. Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe has made multiple criminal reports. Okay, hold on one second. Washington Examiner, John Ratcliffe says he has filed crimes reports over leaks of classified intelligence. So you have a whole bunch of people within government who have tried everything possible to make Trump look really, really bad by leaking information, which is against the law. But here, Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe said he has made multiple crimes reports related to leaks of classified information. Ratcliffe, a former Texas congressman who has overseen the nation's 17 intelligence agencies since May, also defended his decision to shift election security briefings. I love the notion that Russia hacked the DNC to inform the country that Bernie was cheated is part of election security. From in-person to writing over concerns about leaks and politicization during an interview with Maria Bartiromo. The timing of any prosecutions, he said, would be something that the FBI would have to address, and I think they will down the road. Radcliffe made revelations in the context of defending his decision on how Office of the Director of National Intelligence will brief members of Congress on the election meddling. Election meddling. Those meddling kids. Everything's turned into like Scooby-Doo. Those meddling kids. Threats going forward. I'm going to continue. Okay, so, but there's another interesting one. So, John Ratcliffe says he is cooperating with John Durham and plans to declassify more documents soon. That, ladies and gentlemen, is huge. Deborah, thank you very much. Deborah Baker. Deborah, thank you very, very much. Be here, Deborah. November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Just be here every day. It's going to be amazing. This election is going to be absolutely amazing. It'll be the most important election of our lifetime. I think very much so. The most important election since 1960, I'd say. Cat Papa Bob Anderson! Thank you, HA, for all you do. I pray for our president's safety. I do as well. Cat Papa Bob Anderson, thank you very, very much for your generosity and your support. Thank you. Deborah Baker, thank you. Cat Papa Bob Anderson, you bring up a great point. And unfortunately, it's an issue that, it's been on my mind. I think it's been on everyone's mind. I think it's been on everyone's mind. In the back of all of our minds. Because you have the left that's completely unhinged. Samuel and Deborah and Kathy and Cat Papa Bob Anderson. You have people who are completely unhinged. They're completely unhinged. And it's like you look at what they're doing to their own cities, and you look at how you look at how they've reacted. Like, the mayors have the audacity, Cat Papa Bob Anderson. The mayors have the audacity to blame Trump for what they've presided over. How do you blame Trump for what you have presided over in Oregon or Wisconsin or Illinois, which, by the way, Illinois has the only triple B bond rating of any state in the country. They get downgraded even further. It'll be junk bond status. Like, you're not supposed to really speculate with municipal bonds and state bonds. Cat Papa Bob Anderson. It's just something that you just don't. These people are so unhinged that you probably would have a good number of wonderful, morally empathetic people on Twitter. Well, look what they did. They said wrong Trump. Cat Papa Bob Anderson. There's a hashtag wrong Trump. So these people they've completely lost it in terms of reality. They're not. They have no grasp of reality. And then when they lose again, the meltdown will be biblical. Cat Papa Bob Anderson, thank you. Deborah Baker. Deborah, thank you so very much, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah Baker, thank you. Deborah, Cat Papa Bob Anderson, Kathy, Samuel, everyone here, please, please, please. Be here, everyone. Be here, everybody. November 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's going to be amazing. You watch, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump's going to win. I've been saying that for 4 years, so that's going to be a good prediction and good call. But Madam Secretary is the only chance they have. The switcheroo is coming up. I want the AFC champ, Samuel, Cat Papa Bob Anderson. I want the AFC champ. I want Raiders Eagles, Raiders Redskins. I want Raiders Vikings. Or in chronological order, Raiders Vikings, Raiders Eagles, Raiders Redskins. Or I guess what Raiders lost the second Super Bowl. Correct? So, Jane! It's like they're going to cheat and win. Exactly from Nancy Felicia. He's leaving, he just doesn't know it yet. Nancy Felicia's. That's pretty good. K. Scott. How can you still trust Durham? Well, we got a nice... K. Scott, thank you. We got a nice one with Kevin Kleinsmith. It's something. We got something good with Kevin Kleinsmith. K, thank you. I don't really necessarily... I mean, I do think that he's going... I think that Durham is going to do an even better job. But you have Kevin Kleinsmith who pled guilty. Kay, first of all, thank you very, very much. You have Kevin Kleinsmith who pled guilty to false statements and falsifying information. So he's one of the lowest people in the hierarchy. We got a small fish, but you had Brennan recently testify. You have all of these people who testified. And then you have this nonsense on like Showtime. Has everybody seen like Deborah and Cat Papa Bob Anderson, Samuel, Kathy, Kay? Have you seen this nonsense on Showtime where they're trying to paint James Comey as and this whole thing is he asked for leadership, he asked for loyalty. He asked for loyalty. We have no clue. We have zero clue if Comey's ridiculous memos were ever rooted in reality. And it's like, that's, I think, one of the reasons you're going to have, I mean, we have John Ratcliffe. Also, Kay, one thing, the media is so against Trump that it's almost better to have indictments after the election when there's a mandate. It ain't going to be Biden. It'll be Clinton, Trump again. And this, I mean, if we have 700 people here on the live streams, you just wait until the rightful owner of the Democratic nomination takes her nomination back. But once there's an election victory, you're going to have Democrats actually begging. They will be begging for indictments to take place. The only way Democrats could actually win again is if they confront their widespread corruption. They say Trump is corrupt, but they didn't impeach him on any corruption. Or they impeached him on what they consider corruption, which is, God forbid, investigating Biden. But it wasn't against the law. They never impeached him on anything to do with Russia, which is another reason why John Durham and William Barr are going to continue indicting people. Whenever anyone says he's a criminal president, oh my God, Trump is a racist, Trump is a criminal president, look what he's doing, he's a horrible, corrupt, Clinton said, because she's not running, or she won't be the nominee eventually, he's a corrupt human tornado, which very likely referring to looking in the mirror when she said that. The fact that they didn't impeach him on perjury or obstruction of justice, which is exactly what Bubba Bill did. The fact that they didn't impeach him on that speaks volumes. I mean, it just speaks volumes. So, but I think that, you look, ladies and gentlemen, you look at what John Durham and William Barr are doing. It's like they have no backup. They have no backup at all. When Sessions, and thank you, Kay, when Sessions started that special counsel, he basically had all of media defending him all the time. And it was like, and all throughout President Trump's presidency, before William Barr became Attorney General, every time he tried to go and insult Sessions, the media was, oh my God, Trump's trying to intimidate poor little Sessions. And do you see, I told you, everybody, I said, look, they're going to use the LMNOP nonsense message board hoax to paint Trump supporters as nutty, and they're going to use that as yet another excuse for them losing the election. And oh my God, it's going to be yet another calamity. But I know that it is an interesting thing to read about the Durham probe expanding. And I don't think Trump is the type of person, he makes me look like somebody that doesn't focus on, that doesn't obsess over certain topics. Trump, when he has something in his mind, when he has something in his mind, he'll never, ever let that go. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that you will see far more than just one or two indictments. Kevin Kleinsmith is one of many, because it took a lot more people than just one person to set up and frame President Trump. All right, so hold on one second. Let's see. Did I miss Super Chat? Pilgrim Media, they won't condemn. I know. Ay. They won't condemn. It's like they won't condemn anything that makes them look bad, they can't condemn. Anything that makes them look bad, they just can't condemn. They can't even acknowledge it. William R. Abrams. No debates, boxing match. I'll take Trump on that one. If anything, you just confuse Biden as to where it's going to be held. And Trump wins by default. But ladies and gentlemen, let's just look right here. This is really interesting. You know the switcheroony is going to take place, which is going to be fantastic. Real Clear Politics averages. Clinton has been up. On August 24th, Clinton was up by 11 in Wisconsin. Biden only 6.5. Clinton up 9.2 in Pennsylvania. Biden only 5.7. North Carolina, Clinton up 1.7. President Trump's up 0.6 now. Florida, Clinton was up 3.6. Michigan, Clinton was up 8. Biden 6.7. Ohio, Clinton up 4.8. Biden up 2.3. And then you have Hollywood celebrities who will elect President Trump. I mean, they're the ones who will elect president, who will help re-elect. In addition to all the wonderful the re-election committee in Oregon and Wisconsin and other states. How do you not visit a state, if you're Biden, that's like under turmoil now and you're running for president, which it's going to be Clinton? I don't understand that. And what's this nonsense like he's going to wait until after Labor Day? That's a week away. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I mean, when Clinton becomes nominee, I'm telling you, or whatever, becomes Zoom, replaces Zoom meeting nomination, who cares how it happens? Or what the semantics is. She'll be on the ballot, she'll be the eventual replacement nominee, rightful nominee, run for president. It'll take a couple weeks she'll run, or a month she'll run for president, because Democrats will say, look, yeah, we need somebody who can actually win. I'm telling you, that's when you should be nervous, because she can win. They can get very close. They can get close enough to cheat. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if they are right now losing their polling lead, primarily because there's zero enthusiasm. See, media can try to prop up. This is one way. They're like, oh, he's hurting democracy. Like, no, the fact President Trump is president proves that democracy is working. You had intelligence agents, you had corrupt intelligence officials, and you had media working with operatives within the intelligence community. Just ask Mother Jones. Or at least, let's put it this way. Maybe not working with Mother Jones journalists, but you have Mother Jones journalists and other journalists who were very eager, or very willing to write articles that just so happen to correlate directly with what people like Kevin Kleinsmith believed. It is not evidence to say that James Clapper believes this. That is not called evidence. That's why they didn't impeach President Trump on anything to do with breaking the law. Whenever anyone says Trump is a corrupt or criminal president, ask why they didn't impeach him for breaking a law. Why didn't they impeach President Trump for obstruction of justice? Because he didn't obstruct justice. Why didn't they impeach? Because they said, well, Mueller left it open. Well, you had Nadler and Schiff. They impeached Trump on abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. These are subjective allegations. They're not legal statutes. He did not break any laws. Bill Clinton, oh my goodness, what is his? I mean, I didn't have relations now. Is that what you're saying? Right now, how could I? I'm talking to you. I don't see anybody doing anything right now. I'm talking to you. I'm not having relations now. I mean, do I lie? Then they're like, Trump lied. I mean, these are people who worship the Clintons. They actually, the New York Times actually published an article, why Hillary needs to be two-faced. Like, it's good. We need it. It's just like sausages. Oh, that's right. It's just like sausages. You know a place that sells good sausages? Wink, wink. They're going to, ladies and gentlemen, it's we have not started. I'm sorry, we've all been through numerous elections over our lives. We know when there's electricity, even if we know, like, oh, you know what, Bill Clinton's going to beat Bob Dole, or President Obama's going to beat Romney, but you know there's some electricity still, even with candidates that you know aren't going to win. There's still electricity. There's still like, you get a sense that something's like, about to happen in terms of the future of our country. Like, there's a choice to be made, and you get this feeling that, okay, there's some electricity in the air. There's nothing. Botox Biden is in his basement. There's nothing going on. Go to your favorite left-leaning pundit. Go to your favorite left-leaning pundit. Go there right now. Go to his or her YouTube channel on the left. They're not talking about Biden. They're not even disparaging. I mean, they are, but he's not even worth disparaging. They are talking about Biden, but not really. Not at all, really. They're talking about everything else but the Democratic nominee. He's not even worthy of scorn or contempt or ridicule because it's too easy. Like, they don't like Trump's personality, but they know that 60 million people are going to vote for President Trump for foreign policy because we had record low unemployment. We had an amazing economy. We had manufacturing jobs, 300,000 new manufacturing jobs after 300,000 were lost under President Obama. We had a whole bunch. We had an economy where household median income was going up. People were actually generating wealth for their families. Frankenstein. No reason Biden couldn't go today, AJ. Why wait? Frankenstein. I don't think anyone's really riding with Biden. Nobody knows Democrats more than H.A. Badman. Nobody knows them more than me. And I don't even want to, I don't fight them. I don't even argue with them. You notice I don't say anything really bad about Madam Secretary because I love her. I love both Clintons. Oh, thank you, H.A. Goodman. Thank you. We love you too. Oh, you're so wonderful. I just want to cuddle up next to you. They're good people. They never lied. They're good people. Something is interesting. Something's interesting. And you know, Frankenstein, you got me. We're at that time again. Where do you think I'm going to go right now, people? JoeBiden.com, that's right. Come on, man. Come on, man. Continue to JoeBiden.com. Together we will beat Donald Trump. 2800, I love this. He looks like Jack Skellington. I'm telling you, Biden, when he smiles, he's like... Come on, man. This is hilarious. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will take back the White House, but they need your help. Chip in today to make sure we have the resources we need to build a winning campaign. 15, 32, 50, 100, 250, 500, 2800, other. Not. But that's just for money. You look at, there's no Biden-Harris, there's nothing about presidency here. Battle for the soul of the nation. I don't want my soul anywhere near Biden. I'd much rather roll with Trump. Much rather roll with Trump. I know. Well, he hasn't said anything about any major topic, Pilgrim Media, any major issue. But here, I go to menu here. Tell me if it works for you. You know what? Does it work on your phone? If you go to JoeBiden.com on your phone, let's see. If you go to JoeBiden.com on your phone, and you wanna go to Joe's Vision. Okay, you could scroll down, fine. The Biden 4-point plan for our essential workers. Okay. The Biden plan. Okay. The Biden plan for combating the pandemic. Okay, so it works. You can scroll down but you cannot scroll down on a computer, on a PC or laptop. I can't scroll down here. But anyway, I'm going to go to the store. I just want to buy a Biden for president. What's going on? Why can't I buy a Biden? I wanted to buy a baseball hat. Biden-Harris. Everyone's wearing these. Oh, there's also a great one. Number 46. That's a good one. This is like... There is not one thing here where it says Biden for president. Not one t-shirt. Nothing. Battle for the soul of the nation. I'd much rather have the soul of the nation be linked to Trump than Biden. Well, it'll be Clinton anyway, so. I hear Biden donation. He defeated cornflakes. Where's the cornflake shirt? Corn pop. Out for Biden. New arrivals. I'm going to get my Kamala button. Biden-Harris pint glass. And I swear, classic Biden enamel pins. And there's a Biden vanilla ice cream. Like, I love their sad and pathetic attempt to create some kind of mythology around Biden. Well, he has the sunglasses, the aviators, and he loves the ice cream, and he loves to touch you. I love you. Come on, man. My touch. Nobody can even compare to the loving embrace of a family member like Biden. I feel everything you feel. I love you, Biden. No malarkey. How long are they going to go with this? How long are they going to go with this? It's like, how long can they possibly go with this? Biden hot water bottle. The Biden Pepsodent. Or no, what was Biden? Was the keep your dentures in? Hold on. Best denture adhesives. Polygrip. Oh, okay. Biden, sponsored by Polygrip. This Biden rally is sponsored by Polygrip. Frankenstein! Lock down the entire economy and entire country and head to your basement. I love the gestures. Thank you, Frankenstein. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much, Frankenstein. Polygrip and Depends. They endorsed. Those were two huge endorsements. Frankenstein, thank you. Something's going on. I'm not saying that they're planning anything. I just think that there's going to be a meeting where they say, hey, look, the most wonderful person in the Democratic Party is Madam Secretary. And she is, she does far better than anyone else, especially Biden. So we can just, perform a switcheroony. That's all. Just switcheroo. Preparation. Key endorsements from Polygrip and Preparation H have propelled Biden and Depends and Ensure. I'm looking at this, and who on this planet can look at an enamel pin of vanilla ice cream and say that, oh, Biden, oh, that reminds me of Biden. He loves the vanilla ice cream. He's a good man. He's licking that ice cream and licking you right after licking the ice cream. Let me shake your hand, man. Oh, I'm sorry, I got that vanilla all over your hands. Let me lick it off. I'm Biden. I love you, you're a good man. Biden gives you his warm touch. His warm touch is warmth. Alex Cern! Build Back Better 2-ounce hand sanitizer featuring Joe's. Pre-order now available September. It's only good in the first Wednesday. Alex Cern, thank you. Something's going on. Like, they can't they're not. I will have made the biggest. Build back better means an updated social contract. Build back better. Nobody even really knows what that. Build what? Back? I like the middle word. Build back better. This is what it means. Build back better. Like, Trump gets Make America Great Again. Everyone understands it, whether you like it or you don't. And he's like, I got something. Here's mine. Come on now. I got something way better. It's called Build Back Better. Come on, man. Come on, man. Build back better, man. Build back better, man. Come on, man. Alex Cern, thank you. Build back better, man. Yeah, build back. Exactly. Oregon and Wisconsin, build back better. Alex Cern, thank you. Nobody believes any of this. It's just, look, this is like class president now. The United States presidential election in 2020 is basically a class, it's a class presidency where you like all the cool kids think that they run the school. But there's a whole lot of kids who have been either intimidated or bullied by them who maybe are not speaking up, but they will not vote for the candidate that all the cool kids want. And it'll be Clinton in the end because Clinton is the only chance they have. I'm telling you, I'm going to be nervous because she could possibly win. I don't think she'll win. I wrote Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality. Get ready for 8 years of Trump. That's the H.A. Goodman prophecy. Otherwise, it'll just be a good call because Biden has no chance. I would go into November 3rd with if Clinton did not, show up. I'd be like, that's disappointing. That's disappointing because I wanted, I wrote about this. I obsessed over this. It's disappointing, but we party at H.A. Goodman's channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel. Party big time, and then we here for the live meltdown. The biblical epic meltdown. No! But if it's Clinton, she'll lose again, but they have a much better chance. That's why I'm telling you, like, nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Frankenstein. This was a great show tonight. Thank you so very much. First of all, Frankenstein, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Samuel, Kathy, everyone, thank you. This was a great show tonight. I'm not usually able to super chat this much, but Trump's economy has improved my finances so much that I can support your channel. Come on, man. Come on, man. Biden will destroy us. Pretty much. Pretty much. That I don't even think it would be Biden. I think Clinton eventually. Frankenstein, first of all, thank you very much for your support. Alex Cern, thank you. Frankenstein, thank you. To my super chat, my God, thank you for this evening. And it was fun this evening. Frankenstein, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Be here the same time, 9 p.m. Pacific tomorrow evening. Samuel, Kathy, everyone here. I can just say thank you so much, George Rivera Jr., everyone, thank you. Frankenstein, Roman Hoax, everyone, just thank you very, very, very much. And Deborah, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. And what can I tell you? We're heading towards the most euphoric and beautiful moment. One of the most beautiful moments in American history. Because the left will, on November 3rd, have to look into a mirror. And they're not going to like what they see. They ain't going to like what they see, people. God bless. Thank you so much to my viewers in Norway, in the UK, in Australia, in Sweden, Nepal, everywhere, the whole Canada, the whole world. Thank you so very, very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Be here, same time, 9 p.m. We have the best late evening political live stream in all of YouTube. And I have a pretty small channel, but it's still the best in all of YouTube. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.